This is CBC Here and Now.
Tonight, another cold water rescue.
One of the local fishermen here, he fell overboard, and I knew he was in trouble because he was paddling with one oar and he was drifting up to the beach. And this is the stuff the local commercial fishermen are capable of doing. We were told not to go out there, we're going to be drowned. We got out, we rescued that man, and we got back in again.
Fishermen band together in Torbay to save one of their own.
Good evening, I'm Debbie Cooper.
And I'm Anthony Germain. Right to it now, another ocean rescue, this time in Torbay.
A commercial harvester is safe on land tonight after falling into the water near Tappers Cove. And that's where our Mark Quinn is standing by. Mark, it was wickedly windy on the Avalon today. What was he doing out there?
Well, Wayne Bradbury is a commercial fisherman. He was out there actually trying to bail out his boat. His boat is moored just off Tappers Cove here. He went out in a small 11-foot boat. His goal was to try to bail out that boat. He was worried it was being swamped. But unfortunately, what fishermen tell me happened is that he was actually thrown out of that boat. He thrown overboard, and he did manage to climb back in. But when he got back in, he wasn't able to get control of that boat, and he was drifting towards the shore. He was trying to row, and the wind and the wave was driving him towards that shore. And they say that if he had been pushed on that shore, he would have been torn to smithereens, is the way they described it. Now, they said luckily there was a mooring there, a rope for another boat that he grabbed onto, and they were watching him hanging on to that, and they were waiting for rescue to come. They were told rescue would come, and they got frustrated, and they went out and did it themselves. The fishermen here went out and saved them themselves. And I spoke with those fishermen, and here's what Tom Martin told us.
We got him aboard the boat as fast as we could, and we got in. We just tried to get him in. He said he wasn't cold, but I was watching from the house. He fell overboard in the water, and he got back in the boat again, right? So, you know, and then they were saying that there was a Coast Guard boat coming St. John's. It'd be too late then, he'd be finished, right? You know.
The thing is that rough, the waves are that high today. That fast rescue craft can go rather quickly, but not out there today. It's just too rough.
Now, once they got Wayne Bradbury on shore, they had a vehicle here, emergency vehicle here. He was on board of that, and they took care of him. They checked him out, and eventually he did actually come out and speak, and he wanted to thank the fishermen, and here's what he told us.
They're good men, and thanks be to God, they're around when I needed them.
How are you feeling now?
Best going. I'm going home now and have a big feed turkey soup.
Yeah, so obviously he's doing okay, and he sounds like he's going to do fine. Mark Quinn, CBC News, Tappers Cove, Torbay.
Well, I guess a bowl of soup in that kind of weather would be the one thing among others that you'd want. Wow.
We described it as wickedly windy today.
Absolutely.
Plus snow.
Snow, I know. That's why I felt like today I'm going to be putting on the black dress and just will be a little bit in mourning for the fact that we had some. But you know what? A couple of centimeters of snow on the ground, reported on the ground for Gander. But there's been snow as late as the 30th of June for Gander reported there. So that's a record that was set back in 1995. They had like 0.2 centimeters, so it wasn't much. But
right.
What I'm saying is we're possibly not even out of the woods yet. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and show you what's going on in terms of what's going on with our frost advisory. So this is what happens. This is what happens next, is that we go from, we have the rain and we have snow and we have the strong winds. And then we get into a situation where it's nice to know it's clearing out, and it is clearing out of here. But as it is clearing out, it's also meaning that we're going to see the temperature really falling off. So eastern sections of the northern peninsula through there, central parts of the island, a frost advisory now in place. Now you're seeing we still have an area left with the rainfall warning. That's not additional, that's all told. So maybe another 5 to 10 millimeters possible through there. But overnight tonight, it's going to be that frost concern as those temperatures go down 0, 1 degree. In some of those cases, you're going to be seeing for Grand Falls, Windsor will have a cool night tonight. Current sustained winds, yeah, it's nice to see them dropping off a little bit. Future winds, though, they're going to be picking up, just changing direction on us. And so we'll be finding more of that northwesterly flow, turning more westerly as we head into the day tomorrow. I'll have all the details on that and where the temperatures are going, because they are going to start warming up. And that, I think, we're all looking forward to.
Well, we are indeed, but we've got some tape to show you. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the snow, but here's the proof.
Oh, just having a look, that certainly sounds like a lovely summer's day, doesn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, lots of late June snow on the island today. And Pauline Dean captured this video of the snow coming down strong early this morning. You just saw that. And then we're also looking at, hey, you want to sit on that deck?
Yes, we just saw that picture go by. It was from Mike and Tracy Parsons' summer deck, a thick layer of snow at Peter Strides Lake near Burgeo.
And Gander Academy celebrated Christmas in June with this last-minute tree. Got to be inventive. What are you going to do?
Might as well just leave it till next December.
I can't wait for the end of June. And I don't like to wish my time away, but
It'll get better.
That's right. Well, July and August, rare to find any snow being reported in those months. So
All right, has to get better.
fingers crossed, folks.
Right. In other news, the province is cracking down on private ambulance operators after a financial audit discovered potential fraud. This comes after concerns were raised last year about the level of care provided by private ambulance operators. During a 3-month period in 2017, more than $540,000 could not be accounted for. Here now's Katie Breen has been following this story. Katie, what is the province saying about this?
Well, Health Minister John Haggie is calling the results today concerning. He says it's clear some private ambulance operators aren't living up to their contract or providing adequate care despite being paid in full. Of the 47 operators in the province, the audit found 77% didn't have the required number of staff on duty, 32% didn't pay their medics the agreed upon wages, and 8 operators, or 17%, didn't do either. Here's what Minister Haggie had to say when asked whether charges would be laid.
We have asked the Controller General to look at the audit that Grant Thornton have provided in the light of the new fraud management policy. We don't know. We have entered new ground here that is written for core government employees, and I would be guided very much by what the Comptroller General said when she has examined this report.
So, Katie, listening to Dr. Haggie there, it sounds as if the province needs to hear from the comptroller before it decides whether or not it's going to hand things over to the police. But for now, what other actions is the government taking?
Well, it says it's going to implement all of the recommendations that came out of the audit, including Grant Thornton will investigate 7 operators that can't account for $25,000 each. The auditor is also going to continue monitoring companies monthly to ensure data is properly tracked. And a separate internal group is going to make sure the money allocated is properly spent and staffing is up to snuff. Contracts with private operators expire in September. Haggie says they will not renew the current agreements, but government is committed to working with all operators in the interim. So come September, some of the non-compliant operators could continue working in their areas.
We need an ambulance service across the province that works. That's provided currently by groups of community and private operators as well as the RHAs. We want to get everybody working on the same page. I think what happens next will determine what will happen in the future.
The audit released today was strictly financial, but Haggie says the province will do an operational review because, as he put it, people care about the money, but what they really want to know is whether they can depend on an ambulance if they need one. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Katie Breen for Here and Now.
A saga involving siblings and a series of illegal school bus inspections has come to an end in provincial court. Janet Jones will have to pay thousands of dollars in fines after workers performed illegal inspections on her brother's school buses. Here now's Ryan Cook reports.
Kelloway buses don't come here anymore, not since they were suspended by the school district in early 2017 and slapped with 116 charges. 58 for bus owner Jim Kelloway and 58 for his sister, a garage owner named Janet Jones. After a year and a half going through the court system, Jones finally entered a guilty plea this morning, but only to 6 charges, far from the 58 she was initially facing. It came down to an agreement between lawyers to avoid a trial. There were concerns about a key witness, a mechanic who signed off on the inspections even though he was out of town at the time the inspections were supposedly done. When the school board did a surprise inspection a month later, it found a host of problems, from minor issues like a lack of windshield washer fluid to more serious problems with brakes. That resulted in all of these buses being yanked and more than 3,000 kids having to find an alternate route to school. All charges against Kellaway Investments and Jim Kellaway were dropped 6 months ago, but his contract was suspended by the school board, and according to his lawyer, that cost him 80% of his business. Jones was slapped with the minimum fine for each charge, a total of $7,200. When asked by the judge if she had anything to say, she said it's been an eye-opening experience and that it will never happen again. Ryan Cook, CBC News, St. John's.
The Supreme Court has sided with provincial court judges ruling in favor of bumping their pay by about $32,000 per year. This after the government rejected a recommended hike 2 years ago. For 23 judges, that adds up to more than $700,000 more every year. Back in 2016, the government said it couldn't support such a hike, but judges took their fight to the Supreme Court and won. A judge delivered a scathing decision ordering the government to grant the raise. The province could appeal.
I don't care. A court can be as scathing as they want. We have a fiscal responsibility here, and I think everybody deserves to be treated fairly given the situation we're in. I know judges are different, but at the end of the day, we have a treasury that we must deal with. I'm going to just hold off on that point now because the fact remains that this actually is going to be going back to court today for a couple of different matters. But, look, I don't mind one bit the way that we handled this.
The top court in the U.S. has upheld the Trump administration's travel ban. President Donald Trump called the decision a tremendous victory.
The ruling shows that all of the attacks from the media and the Democrat politicians are wrong, and they turned out to be very wrong. And what we're looking for as Republicans, I can tell you, is strong borders, no crime.
The Conservative majority ruled 5-4 that the ban was within the law. The policy applies to Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Yemen, North Korea, and Venezuela. Lower courts had called the ban unconstitutional. It's been widely criticized by refugee and human rights groups since taking effect in December.
Labrador is hoping to benefit in a major way from the Voisey's Bay nickel mine underground expansion. Officials from Labrador's Indigenous groups, Vallée, the federal and provincial governments all gathered at the College of the North Atlantic today. They promised big money to get Labradorians in on the action, more than $20 million towards training local and Indigenous people for the mine. They've also chipped in on an underground mine simulator. Reporter Jacob Barker went to check out this new piece of equipment.
This is as close as you can get to an underground mine without actually being in one. The Premier was there today to check out the new piece of equipment.
It's a great day, big investment. Of course, the simulator will help train young new underground workers for Voisey's.
Worth the investment?
Absolutely worth the investment.
An immersive experience for anyone who wants to give it a try. Right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
And we can throw fires, brake failures, steering failures, any kind of thing to get the student accustomed to what can happen on the ground.
Courses on it are already underway. These students are part of a 2-day course, just a small taste of whether or not they'd like to work at the mine someday.
I would most definitely do it. If you want to be an operator, if you want to be a miner, a blaster, or if you want to be a surveyor, it's going to provide what the people need to succeed to get into the project itself.
I was jokingly telling my instructor there, I couldn't stop thinking about the simulator last night. I kept tossing and turning all night just thinking about it. I just couldn't wait to try it again.
These students are the future of Voisey's Bay. Vallée, grateful for today's investments. The company says 50% of its workforce is Indigenous, and it's striving to keep it that way.
We want to show to the Aboriginal community that the opportunity does exist. We're going to do our best. We're going to try with the leadership to do their best. That's what we can commit.
The opportunity to experience an active underground operation was absolutely phenomenal.
Nina Ford works at the mine today. She recently took part in an underground training program in Sudbury. She had a great experience and says others should give it a try too.
You might have these ideas that it's not for me, I don't like underground, I'm claustrophobic, but I mean, you won't know until you get there, so don't rule it out. And don't be discouraged because anyone can do it. Like if a female operator can do it, then anybody can do it.
And there will be opportunities. The program that launched today will be led by the Labrador Aboriginal Training Partnership, and it's aiming to get 400 people to work at the underground mine. Jacob Barker, CBC News, Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Putting a smile on some people's faces, just like our next story. A random act of kindness moved a Paradise mom to tears this weekend, and she's still beaming. It all happened when she took her 2.5-year-old daughter, Ella, to a local Tim Hortons.
And when one customer made a kind gesture, other patrons followed along and paid it forward, feeding Ella's piggy bank in the process. Here they are speaking with the CBC's Fred Hutton.
So we got in the lineup. The lineup wasn't very long, and she of course goes over to the display window and just staring at all the treats, and she turns around and says, "Mommy, I need money for a Timbit." And I was like, "Sure, baby. We have to wait our turn." And the lady who was already at the cash turned around, and she must have heard me say her name, and she said, "Ella, here you go. Here's some money for a Timbit." And it was a toonie. And she just looked at her and she took it and she said, "Thank you." And, you know, I just said, "Oh my goodness, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much. You know, that's really sweet." And I said, "Ella, like, we're going to take this home and I'm going to put it in your piggy bank for you." And it was funny because I thought I had more change than I did. And I didn't even have enough to cover my coffee and the Timbits that I bought. But I used my debit card because there was no way I was going to use that toonie. Like, it was so special. I thought it was so sweet. So anyway, we paid, and I was turning to leave, and the man that was standing behind us in the lineup, don't touch, babe, that was standing in the lineup behind us, he just kind of tucked $5 in my hand, and he said, "Here, put this in her piggy bank too. They're so sweet at this age, and they grow so fast." And, you know, I was really overwhelmed. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so kind, like, thank you so much." And then the man behind him tucked a loonie in my hand, and he said, "Here you go, this is for her piggy bank too. Have a wonderful day." And it was just...
You were overwhelmed by it?
I was overwhelmed by it. It brought me to tears. There's a lot of negativity in the world, and it had such a nice impact on me and us. I went home and told my husband right away, you know, that the nicest thing just happened to us, and I just wanted to write about it. I mean, I never thought anything of it, just a nice feel-good kind of story. It's been a little mind-blowing to see it being shared so many times, just something that I wrote in passing, but
I guess it shows the amount of, I guess, need for positive stories.
I definitely think that, you know, little random acts of kindness and showing love and positivity makes a big impact.
Adorable child, and a little bit wealthier because of the generosity of other people. That's nice.
We can use a little bit of kindness like that, can't we?
Absolutely.
Tom.
Stalin.
Yes, he represented the USSR to round out the three. How many, Jerry?
6,400.
Yes, 640.
Forget the Canada-Russia hockey series. For Newfoundland, the big TV competition of the 1970s was a dazzling and unexpected reach-for-the-top victory. It's the subject of a book, and two of the now mature Gonzaga students on that team still get goosebumps. A lot of history has been made here in our TV studio, many elections and live news events, but one of the most exciting TV moments here was in 1974 when Reach for the Top came to Newfoundland for the very first time. Game is the title that author Joan Sullivan has given to her book about how 4 students from Gonzaga High School represented this province in the popular quiz show, and they made it to the final round. And 2 of the dashing high school students who were part of that team join us now. Jerry Beresford is in studio, and broadcaster Tom Harrington joins us from his workplace at the CBC Broadcast Centre in Toronto. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening, Anthony. Good evening.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Jerry.
Hi, Tom.
So let's start, just to put this in context for people who don't remember 1974. Jerry, how big a deal was it that Reach for the Top was coming here?
Oh, it was a tremendous event. It was the 25th anniversary of we letting Canada into Newfoundland. And the national championship was held here, and it was big stuff. You couldn't get a ticket for the final game for sure.
And Tom, what was it to you?
Well, it was significant because originally the tournament was planned to be held in Saskatchewan, and then CBC decided once they realized this was the 25th anniversary year of Confederation to move it to St. John. So it was a semi-last-minute decision, and it was really big. There were a lot of celebrations that year around Newfoundland, and this was stuck right in the middle around this time of year in 1974. So there was quite a bit of chatter about it. CBC is a big player in Newfoundland in those days. Lots of productions being made. So the fact that a big mainland show is coming to St. John's for something like this was pretty big.
I guess the other 2 things that you guys were relatively young. Tom, I think you were 16. Some schools in the mainland had participants, I should say, in grades 12 and 13. How did the early rounds go for you?
For us, we were effective, let's say, but underwhelming. We had this issue we were very fast on the buzzers, as Jerry will remember, and we often interrupted on questions to get the answers. And most of the time we were right, but sometimes we were wrong. That didn't cost us until we got to the Nationals. At the Nationals, they penalized you 5 points if you got it wrong when you interrupted. So that would affect our score. Sometimes we build a big lead and would fritter it away and we win comfortably, but let's face it, we were underdogs. Newfoundland had never done very well at the national championships before. I think we were an afterthought for most people.
Yeah, in fact, it was the first time that Newfoundland had ever won a game in the Nationals was our year. Because, as you said, Anthony, grade 11 versus 12 and 13 was a big deciding factor there.
Right, which I guess makes what happened even more impressive. So let's fast forward to the big final round against Alberta. And if I've got my facts right, that was an Alberta school that had won 2 years previous, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. In fact, in Alberta, it was such a popular game that if you won the Provincials, then you had to sit out the next year. So, in fact, Archbishop O'Leary High from Edmonton, they made it to the national final in 2 consecutive years of their eligibility.
So, Tom, you're up against this hotshot team from Alberta. How nervous was it?
It was, the night of the final was kind of crazy. You mentioned that the little studio you're sitting in, or a portion of it, that has seen so many great events. It was rammed with people. It was a July night. It was hot, especially under the TV lights. You couldn't move. Our high school principal was there. The parish priest was there. All the team members were there and their friends. There were high school friends of Jerry's and mine, and family friends. It was just packed with people, and it was so loud. It was like a hockey game. It was so loud and so intense. And I remember going into the game thinking, the fact that we'd gotten this far was so unpredicted that, you know what? Let's just go for it, see what happens. And what I liked going into that year that we were on Reach to the Top was the first year that Gonzaga had decided not to have school uniforms. But our coach, Dave Kramer, who's Father Dave Kramer now, he said, you know what, guys? We want to look like a team. We're going to put you back in the blazers and gray flannels and a shirt and tie. So we want you to look like a team. And I think that helped us psychologically. So we looked good whenever we played.
Always
helps.
If
you look good, you feel good.
That's true. So you're dressed like gentlemen, but I understand, Jerry, at one point it got so heated and loud, you had to tell the crowd to basically shut up.
Yes.
I could have said quieten down, but it was at a point in the game where, as Tom said, we were leading most of the game, and at that point, Archbishop O'Leary High had gone ahead. We retook the lead with our teammate Peter Chafe, and when we retook the lead, the audience erupted, and of course that was just slowing the game down. So I jumped up and told them to quieten down in a not so nice way.
So when the final buzzer went, what were your feelings at that time when victory had been achieved?
Oh, just total elation. It was unbelievable. I jumped up in the air, and Tom and Sethu were hugging, and it was just fantastic.
Tom, final word to you.
I was 16 years old, and it's one of the most important things that ever happened to me.
Well, it's fantastic. It's nice to sort of chills thinking about the excitement. Congratulations this many years later. It's a great story, and of course now people can read about it in this book. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Anthony. See you, Tom.
See you, Jerry.
So 1974 is when that happened, so we decided to go and take a look at what the Here and Now logo looked like. What do you think, Ms. Cooper?
It was Spartan.
Low tech? Low tech?
Things have changed.
Yes, that's like a Newfoundland and Labrador light bright in black and white. Yeah.
It was so good to see the reaction of the guys. Now, speaking of nostalgia, here's one for the 90s fans out there.
Yep, some big 90s names are coming to St. John's this September. Yeah, you probably didn't think that you were going to hear Barbie Girl in the news tonight, but Danish band Aqua are Newfoundland bound this fall. It's all part of the Rewind tour heading to Mile 1 on September 19th.
And they won't be alone. They'll be headlining with the tour with Canadian pop group Prozac. Tickets go on sale Thursday.
Here we are on June the 26th, 2018 in Grand Falls, Windsor.
Well, there's one good thing coming out of all this snow in late June. We are setting records.
Next, Colette has the forecast and a look at your snow pictures.
Update is brought to you by Take Charge Business Efficiency Program. Over 570 businesses have saved energy and taken charge of their bottom line. Find out how you can too.
Welcome back, everyone. And before we get into the weather, let's look at some more pictures of the weather.
Here we are on June the 26th, 2018 in Grand Falls, Windsor, central Newfoundland in June.
Now, this Facebook video with over 200,000 views was shared by Valley Radio Grand Falls, Windsor. And meteorologist Rodney Barney shared this video from Gander this morning of this school bus bringing kids to one of their last days before summer vacation.
Summer vacation.
Snow day in June.
Still in Gander, Jim Pike sent this photo of how he and his wife are enjoying the January day. And Trent Ricketts shared this photo of a very snowy Burgeo Road. Oh my goodness.
Always like that.
And we also have a snowy deck to show you that came from Tracy Parsons. She said she and her husband Mike have been going to Peter Strides Pond near the Burgeo Highway for over 10 years, and they've never seen anything like this. I don't know about you guys, I call the swing.
Yeah, the only thing is you keep your beverages cool on that deck. Snow coming down as you're watching in Buckens early this morning, covering the barbecue, also covering the ATV or the side-by-side. That was shared by Pauline Dean. That's unreal.
Might as well have a smile about it, I guess. There it is. It's fleeting.
It's ironic. I was cleaning up my golf clubs, but I should be waxing the skis again.
Put the snow tires back on if you've
Don't go
taken
that
them
far.
off. Okay, we'll wait on that. But like I was saying earlier, it is pretty wild that there has been snow up into the 30th. This is at Gander, not Grand Falls Winter, but Gander has had snow on the 30th, and that happened just back in 1995. And that same storm gave St. Anthony almost 5 centimeters of snow, where it was only 0.2 centimeters towards Gander. So I'm not saying we've got more snow coming, because you're looking at me like, what are you trying to tell us?
Just saying. Thanks,
just letting you know, this wasn't too unusual, I guess. But we can have a look at what we do need to be concerned about, and that is that because we see the system kind of clearing out, then we get into a situation where we have clear skies, we've got cold temperatures. We're going to see temperatures for central parts of the province, the eastern portion of the northern peninsula dropping down towards 0, the freezing mark to 1 degree without any clouds, because that system will move through to really kind of insulate you a little bit. It does mean a cold night, and that's why the areas in blue, all these areas here you see, are in this frost advisory. We still have this rainfall warning hanging on. That's the total, though, from the system from yesterday into today. So still possibly another 5-10 millimeters through there. I expect Environment Canada may drop this soon, but still to know, even with all of that rain, some of it coming down very heavy and can be really tricky on those roadways. Certainly we've seen evidence of that, haven't we, in the last 24 hours. All right, current temperatures, here you go, 3 degrees, Cape Ray, St. John's, just at 5 degrees, some of the cooler temperatures towards the west coast, a little warmer with double digits, and it was not a bad day, and still hanging on there, Happy Valley, Goose Bay at 22 degrees. These are the current sustained winds. They're not as big a deal as we are seeing some of the gusts that we've been having, and sustained winds at Bonavista, now those are up towards 60 kilometers an hour, but gusts 80 to 90 kilometers an hour. So if we take a look and roll this through time, so we're going through the overnight hours, and again, these aren't sustained, these are the gusts, not looking too terrible. You can see exactly where that area of low pressure is, though. There's that rising air, and there's that low because of the counterclockwise situation you see with those winds. Into the overnight hours, still some gusty winds. Gander, they were up towards 60, dropping back towards 40, and then through the day tomorrow, we're going to find those winds picking right back up again. Not like today, but we will have winds certainly around 40 to 50 kilometers an hour, and some of those gusts 60, 70, even 80. The potential for that for us through the area of St. John's, for the Avalon, and they're going to turn, as you can see here, for more of a westerly direction if you keep an eye on those wind arrows through there. All right, so let's go ahead and show you what this really is going to mean for you. In terms of the satellite and radar, we're still seeing some wet conditions for this evening, still towards central and northern areas. I want to take it back, though. I'm taking this back towards this morning because a few things I want to point out. One, that you can see some of that snow that fell. Gander was reporting between 4:30 and 6:30 this morning, a mix of rain and snow. But do you see that other stuff? Yeah, lightning, thunder snow. We had thunder snow as well through central parts of the island. So just about everything you can get around here, right? All right, for tonight, this is a look at those lows. For Grand Falls Winter, down to the freezing mark, that's an area that is into the frost warning. You're seeing the temperatures there up towards St. Anthony, only 1 degree there, but double digits, Happy Valley, Goose Bay. Labrador City, I'm sorry, you almost couldn't see it over my shoulder there. Overnight low of 6 degrees there. We will watch this system pull away, but guess what? Another one will be coming in, bringing more rain showers, but not likely snow. And we'll take a look at tomorrow's forecast and your long range when I return. Debbie?
Thank you, Colette. Now to this story out of Manitoba. A seniors' home in a rural part of the province is bringing in technology to help out. But it's not iPods or video games keeping residents entertained. Robo-pets are now on site. Austin Grabish has the story.
There have been a lot more smiles around here lately after the addition of some new furry friends.
We've seen tremendous improvement for the residents. Like we have a resident that doesn't speak at all, who's just always quiet. And when we shown this this electronic or this robotic pet, their eyes just glue, they just sparkle. Like they're just so happy. They started communicating with this pet.
They might look real from afar, but these aren't real cats and dogs. They're robo-pets designed to keep seniors company, and they seem to be working.
I love her.
Why do you love her? What's so great about her?
I love animals, cats, and dogs.
Staff at the Ashern Personal Care Home say residents' moods have been boosted. For the last year, they've been trying to make their 20 patients happier. Sometimes they play music, other times they give out coffee or a treat, but nothing seemed to work until now.
It's fascinating to see their eyes open up, to see how happy they are when they saw this pet. Because most of these residents are like farmers. They know they like animals, right? So when they see this cat, they see this dog moving and communicating, like trying to interact with them, they just are very happy, thrilled to see that, and it changes their mood tremendously.
He's a nice puppy, right?
The first 2 robotic animals were donated by June Price's knitting group. She saw the robo-pets on TV and sprung into action. For years, she and others in her knitting group have been donating to worthy causes. This year, they decided to buy 2 of the robo-pets and donate them. She gets emotional talking about the moment her knitting group delivered them.
Everybody had tears in their eyes because just the reaction of somebody who hasn't spoken very much and starts talking to this dog or this cat.
The robo-pets come out for an hour once a week unless a resident is having a bad day. That was the case with one woman recently, upset until Goldie came out.
Within 2 minutes of the dog barking and everything, her face just warmed up, had a different feature on her, and she was smiling. She was talking to the dog for an hour.
At 84 years old, Price thinks she'll end up in this home herself one day too.
I can't see me moving away, so I hope one of them is in good shape when I get here, the dog preferably.
Robo-pets are on their way to at least one other nursing home in Manitoba, and other healthcare staff are now considering buying the pets. Austin Grabish, CBC News, Ashern.
Special treat tonight. The Ennis Sisters are here. Coming up, I'll tell you about tonight's first ever Parkway sessions, and we'll get a musical preview. to Here and Now. I'm Carolyn Stokes, live in CBC's Studio F, and we are gearing up for a very special performance tonight. Tonight, we're streaming for the very first time a live Parkway Sessions, and joining us this evening are the Ennis Sisters, and they're here right now. So, guys, Maureen, Teresa and Karen, the show starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Can you give us a little bit of a preview of what we will hear?
Oh gosh, we're gonna be singing some songs from our new CD, Keeping Time, and we're very excited about this. It's going to be a fun hour.
Yeah. This is a bit of a more intimate space than you're used to playing in.
Yeah. No, this is a great studio.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun evening.
And tell us about the album Keeping Time. How would you describe it?
Well, Perry Chafe and I wrote this song called Keeping Time for Karen's Dance with Dad at her wedding. And so at the end of it, we thought, this would be a great concept for a full record. So we just, set to writing all the songs, and I got to write with Mark Murphy and Alan Doyle. Alan Doyle actually produced the CD, and so it's been an incredible experience from start to finish.
And how is this album different from other albums you've put out in the past?
I think Alan was able to capture a really beautiful live energy with this CD that we haven't been able to capture before. And, this song is the CD is very near and dear to us because it's a tribute to our dad who just recently lost his battle with Lewy body dementia. So all the songs kind of fit into that tribute for him.
And I also love that most of the songs on this album are originals, apart from one. But so they kind of tell the story of the last 3 or 4 years of our lives. And so people can kind of get a little glimpse into what we've been through. Okay. But it's all very positive and it's not depressing. You gotta
tune in for the hour and hear it yourselves.
Happy songs and some sad songs, but a lot of emotional songs too, about life experiences and life in general.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so if you want to catch the Parkway Sessions, it's starting at 7 o'clock. It's going to be live online, and you can get on CBC NL's Facebook page or the YouTube channel. And Anthony and Debbie will be back in a few minutes with more news of the day, but I was wondering if you guys could give us a little bit of a sample
of
what we can expect tonight, please.
Sure. Let's do Keeping Time.
Dance with me and we'll glide along just like we used to do. With music and friends we will go around again. I love keeping time with you. Dance with me and we'll glide along just like we used to do. With music and friends we will go around again. I love keeping time with you.
have a couple of athletes of the day to introduce to you. Cody Ryan is 10 years old from Bay Bulls. Cody plays hockey for the Ghouls, Pacers, and he plays defense.
And when he's not playing hockey, he's busy playing soccer, basketball, softball, and he goes swimming.
So congratulations to you, Cody. Looking good there. And Candace Sully is an 8th grader at Villanova Junior High in Paradise.
And Candace won a silver medal for Mount Pearl South Paradise in YBC mixed bowling at the 2018 Winter Games in Deer Lake.
She also helps out with the Special Olympics bowling. Great work, Candace, and congratulations.
So we are going to carry on.
I feel
with
like
the
you're-
long range.
Yes, you're about to say so.
Yeah, what's
Answer
next?
for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Things are looking actually really lovely as
Yeah.
we start to get into the next few days. So let's get you there. Do you happen to know where Moosonee is? Now, Moosonee is at a higher latitude than we sit at, or certainly that you sit at Grand Falls, Windsor, or in Gander, and yet the current temperature up there, look, near James
Wow.
Bay, yeah, just 29 degrees.
Incredible.
I know, that's all. Meanwhile, St. John's, well, I can't give you that. I can give you 5 degrees, and Gander, I can give you 2. That's about where we're at. But as I say, things are really going to be improving. We're going to see some much nicer weather coming in. I'm going to freeze this here just for a moment before we kind of put into motion the systems, because I want to point out a few features. First of all, this ridge of high pressure, because that's pushing down some of that air from the Arctic. That's where some of that colder stuff is, and you can see that's going to be bringing showers across Labrador. I'm going to roll this in just a moment. That counterclockwise circulation here, that lifting air, very unstable around that area of low pressure. And also you see the isobars, those black bars really close together. Those are connecting areas of equal barometric pressure. And so when we see them kind of stacked up like that, you know we have these driving winds coming through. Once they start to loosen up, that tells us that those winds are going to start to ease up a little bit. Not only that, but we see at least that storm moving away. That's the one responsible for the snowfall. But here comes that cold front along it. It's mostly further to the north, so we are talking about some showers coming back. And this is as we're heading into tomorrow morning, at least the risk through the day tomorrow. You see how it dries out pretty quickly. Not a lot of moisture with this system, not like the last, but you'll just understand when we get to the 5-day why I have at least a chance of showers, in some cases widely scattered, in some cases you'll see nothing, but I have to put that in there because I think we're going to have some rain, seeing that coming across the west coast. And then Thursday morning, here comes the warm front. This is going to be the big warm up. Tomorrow's kind of what I refer to often as a transition day, and then we get into the good stuff. In terms of the temperatures, you're also going to notice that as this system moves through, we do have wet conditions coming with it as well. We'll also get into some foggy conditions, some heavier rain as we're going, I know that's into the weekend where we're talking about that, but there's going to be some bright spots in here too, and that's why I'm going to kind of walk you through this. We'll start off with Western Labrador. We're coming to you, St. John's. We'll get there in a moment towards the Avalon. But we're looking at that chance of showers, 13 the high tomorrow, but then Thursday, jumping up towards 24 degrees. I've got almost a chance of showers just about every day, though, because of the cold front coming in, and then remember behind it, that warm front that's going to come in. So a couple of systems to have to deal with through here. Eastern Labrador, 13 tomorrow, and then 20, not quite as warm, but still nice temperatures in the upper teens, and still that chance of some showers, but quite a bit of sunshine mixed in there with the cloud cover as well. For central Newfoundland, and in fact, let's see if we can back up one here to western Newfoundland. We went a little too quickly. 17 degrees with those showers coming through. Then Thursday, we get past the transition day, 23, 20 into Friday. I do have some rainfall, but mid-20s into the weekend. We're really concentrating on those temperatures here. Central Newfoundland, too, into the mid-20s, even with the risk of those showers through tomorrow. And there we go, 16 for the high for St. John's, 22 on Thursday, mix of sun and cloud, mostly sun, and then some nice temps, even with a bit of wet conditions there, Debbie, as we head into the weekend.
I like the temperature. I'll take a bit of shower activity. Thanks,
I
Colette.
will too, yeah, we'll take that. That's fine.
Turning now to some national and international news. Dozens of peacocks that have been roaming freely for over a decade in a Vancouver suburb are being trapped and moved. Surrey City Council voted Monday to capture the controversial birds that have overrun Sullivan Heights. The situation has caused a divide in the community. Mira Baines reports.
They're beautiful and exotic. However, they've outworn their welcome in the city of Surrey. Peafowl have been multiplying in the Surrey neighborhood of Sullivan Heights for more than a decade. Tonight, Surrey City Council voted to have them trapped and moved. Council voted to unanimously take a gradual approach to capturing and removing the birds. The peafowl have been leaving excrement all over the neighborhood and causing property damage. Property owners will be allowed to request traps and help in that process. The birds will then be transferred to the Surrey Animal Resource Centre. Bylaw officers will remove both eggs and peafowl from public areas. Anyone found illegally harboring them will be fined up to $450. There has been a split in the neighborhood over the decision.
I felt sad because that's beauty, and so you see them walking gracefully on the sidewalk, minding their own business, and they give out a call. That's nature.
Up till now, there's been very little, if anything, we could do that would actually improve our situation.
The decision at council came without public debate, with two people wanting to speak to the motion. They protested, and the mayor asked them to be removed from the meeting. The peafowl will be transferred to the city's resource centre and then put up for adoption. Mira Baines, CBC News, Vancouver.
Cannabis growers across the country are ramping up production after the Senate passed Bill C-45 last week, and that is creating demand for staff. One large producer in Piers, Alberta, just west of Edmonton, has found a novel way to meet some of that demand for personnel. It has hired 5 women between the ages of 67 and 78. Their job is to trim the pot plants, and they call themselves the Old Lady Clippers. And as they explain, the job keeps them sharp and lets them be ambassadors for their hometown.
One of the younger staff made a remark about the old ladies. Well, oh my God, it can't possibly be us. So, then he was sorry, and he said, well, that's what they call you when you're not here. So we thought we were going to have some fun with that, and went for coffee to the local bakery after work and decided that t-shirts it was going to be. And Georgina actually came up with the saying. I took the shirts and took them to my granddaughter. She has that sort of a business, and we became the Old Lady Clippers.
I'm born and raised here. My mom and my father were big community members out here. They like to participate. It's a smaller community. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Everybody helps each other out in this community. And my mother was very active in getting things going. And but my sister and I want to continue what she has started in being community oriented and providing good employment is a great economic stimulus for the area. But also we take great pride in, the people that surround us in this neighborhood. They're fantastic people. They understand why we're doing what we're doing with purpose, and they were very quick to join on when we had the opportunity to do so, and I'm very, very pleased that they have, and they're doing an amazing job.
And I get teased with, but the family thinks it's hilarious. Yeah.
What does your family say?
They just think it's a joke, Mom, the old clipper.
It's the togetherness, and for us seniors, that's big. And you're not stuck at home all the time, so it's nice to be out.
I like the part of it that we're involved and we feel a part of the community, and we're very proud to be here, and we have a lot of fun.
My son says I'm never eating your brownies again.
Oh my. Well, we're turning to a much more serious report at this moment. Rescue teams have been frantically pumping water from a cave in Thailand in the hopes of reaching a group of boys lost inside. Navy divers re-entered the cave this morning to search for the boys aged 11 to 16. They have been missing since their soccer coach took them to the cave complex Saturday after a match. Family members have gathered outside the cave, some performing religious rituals as they wait for any updates. The cave is a popular attraction for both locals and tourists. Bad weather is hampering search efforts, but Thailand's Deputy Prime Minister says he is optimistic the children are still alive.
Okay, normally we don't do it this way, but today's the day we're kind of asking you, were you paying attention? Because we were talking about this. We were going to sit out there. Anthony wants to bring his drinks, and I wanted the swing, and we're going to put, Debbie, we'll get you a blanket.
Oh, I'm looking from the window. I'm not going out.
But we said where it was. So when we return, do you know?
Welcome back, everyone, and just look at this. 20 years ago today, a much warmer one by the looks of it. Families fill the grounds of the Arts and Culture Centre here in St. John's with teddy bears in hand.
We both brought our kids to this, Debbie,
Yes.
over the years. It was June 26, 1998, the Big Teddy Bear Picnic. Terry Riley hosting the event for more than 4 decades. Last year was the 40th anniversary. Moved to Bannerman Park. These kids, believe it or not now, would all be in their 20s.
And what a contrast, right? Look at that beautiful day. Do you want to be out there in this? This
That's
is our
right.
picture of the day. Did you guess correctly? Here we go, guys. You guys knew
right.
this time. Peter
Yeah.
Strides Lake, Bergio, and a couple of people to thank for this one, Margaret C. and Carl Strong. And remember, send those photos, nlphotos@cbc.ca.
Love to get them. We're just looking for, you know,
Some
people
summer
with
photos.
Sunnier ones, yeah, warmer ones.
They're coming.
Maybe.
They're coming.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for being with us. See you tomorrow.
Good night.